Are we going to keep staring at each other, or are you going to invite me in?
It's just that I wasn't expecting anybody. If you don't mind my asking, what can I do for you?
You need money. I need your investigative skills.
I mean, I no longer do detective work. But do come in if you want to.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Blake. Sophia Blake. Mr. McPherson, I need you to investigate a case that is dear to my heart. Just name your price.
I haven't investigated in a long time, miss.
I really need your investigative skills. I will pay all your expenses.
I don't want to upset you, Miss Blake, but I can't help you. Being a detective no longer holds any interest for me.
I understand. Especially after your last New York case. Suspected of murder, weren't you? I was offering you the chance to redeem yourself. Never mind. If you'd like to meet me...
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the post office, please? I'd like to send a telegram.
Right away, sir. Post et télégraphe, go ahead, please.
I'd like to send a telegram to New York, please. The addressee is one J. Wells of Pinkerton's National Detective Agency, number 57 Broadway. The message reads, "Need information on woman named Sophia Blake. Stop."
I've made a note of it. It will leave this morning. Done. Hello, what number can I dial for you?
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee, 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir. Sophia Blake, who's speaking?
Miss Blake, this is Gus McPherson. Can we meet? I'd like to clarify a few points with you.
Meet me in an hour at the restaurant Chez Alexandre. We can talk there.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Chez Alexandre. Can I do anything for you, sir?
A table has been booked under the name of Blake, Sophia Blake. I'm here to meet up with the lady. My name is Gus McPherson.
This way, please, sir. Miss Blake is waiting for you.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist for very long, Mr. McPherson. So are you ready to listen to my offer?
I don't understand. We've never met before. I've never worked for you, neither here nor in New York. Yet here you are asking me to track down your sister's murderer. Why me, Miss Blake?
Your reputation preceded you, Mr. McPherson. I have friends who know people at the Pinkerton Agency in New York. You worked there as a detective and had a few problems. The suspicion surrounding you in that murder case proved to be unfounded, of course.
You mentioned an interesting offer. Could you elaborate?
I need you to shed light on a case that is dear to my heart.
Could you give me any more details about the case? So far, it all seems rather cloudy.
I don't know where to start. It was a brutal murder, Mr. McPherson. But for what reason? Here in Paris. My sister. It's my sister Ruby who was murdered. She and her husband Regis were killed. Please find out what really happened.
How did they die? Are you certain they were murdered? Maybe they were victims of some terrible accident.
The Whites were found decapitated in their hotel room, Mr. McPherson.
The murder was committed in Paris. Do you know exactly where in Paris?
A hotel in the heart of a chic part of Paris, in the 8th district, the Hotel Orphée. They had been there for a week. They were found dead in their room.
Your sister and her husband were both American. What were they doing in Paris?
I was supposed to meet them in Paris. You know, Mr. McPherson, visiting Europe was my sister Ruby's childhood dream. When she met Mr. White, Regis, her husband, he made that dream come true. They were so very much in love.
Are the police on the case? It may complicate matters if they are. Do you know the name of the inspector who's leading the inquiry?
The officer in charge of the investigation is named Lebrun. But the police are the same in every country, Mr. McPherson. Whether it's New York or Paris, they're hardly fast. That Inspector Lebrun is no exception to the rule.
To be perfectly honest, I'm reluctant to take on this case. Primarily because a murder means a murderer. This Inspector Lebrun is better placed to arrest a killer.
Mr. McPherson, if I'm asking you for your help, it's because I have no faith in the police. And that would be so even if I had the entire Quai des Orfèvres at my disposal. The 8th District Police Station, Le Prin especially, is trying to hush up the case so as not to tarnish the good reputation of their area. You understand.
I don't wish to appear self-interested, but can we settle my fee immediately?
This is the first time I've hired a detective. The case may take you a few days. I'll give you 500 straight away and 500 per day of fruitful investigation.
That is a very reasonable offer. I accept.
Money is not enough to thank you, Mr. McPherson. The service you are doing is invaluable. Thank you.
I think I have all the necessary information to begin. You want me to start right away? Is there anything you have forgotten?
The police did not find any items of value in the room. Yet my sister and her husband traveled surrounded by luxury and family heirlooms. It was an obsession.
Traveling with a lot of money is a risky business. It would be a pity if their murder was put down to theft. Are these family heirlooms valuable?
Ruby's good luck charm. A sort of bust in my family for generations, on my grandmother's side. My sister was always her favorite.
I hope to get results fairly quickly. I'll be in touch with you as soon as my investigations yield any new information. Goodbye, Miss Blake.
Gee, these suitcases are heavy.
And do not forget, young man, the elevator is still out of order.
Oh, brother.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Hotel Orphée. My name is Isidore Petit. What can I do for you?
Are you the manager? My name's McPherson. I'm from the International Office of WAI, Worldwide American Insurance. I'm investigating events that took place in your hotel several days ago. The murders.
The insurance company. Perfect. The Whites left, shall we say, a rather substantial bill that really needs to be settled. You are here about the bill.
The bill? Yes, that's right. I've come to settle their hotel bill.
This bill is rather high. You are responsible for settling it. The total sum is exactly 2,500 francs.
I know there's been a murder, but I don't know any details. How did it happen?
That evening, somebody did not do their job properly. But what can I do? I cannot be everywhere at once. I shall be doubly careful from now on.
How could you possibly prevent a raving lunatic from killing 2 innocent American tourists?
An extra security guard is out of the question. The Hotel Orphée is not a prison. I shall be more vigilant from now on, and more importantly, better assisted.
You suspect that the criminal knew a member of your staff? Or even worse, that the criminal is a member of your staff?
We had an employee who was rather less reliable, but he left us. Rest assured, he was a little hoodlum. If you want any more information, contact the police directly. I'm afraid that I can do no more for you. You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
What can I get you, sir?
My name is McPherson. I'm a private detective.
You really are a private eye, just like in the movies? You've even got the hat, and you're American too. Huh. Private Dick.
Do the police have a suspect?
I told them what I knew. I definitely saw someone by the window all evening. That is my testimony. They can do what they like with it.
Be a good guy. Tell me in detail what you saw that night.
I don't know any more than that. I know that Petit, the Hotel Orphée receptionist, was chewing the fat with Inspector Lebrun. He seemed to know quite a lot about the White case.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir?
Give me a bottle of red.
Sir? Aren't you on a case?
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
sure the front desk clerk will not like to see me going upstairs alone. Must find a ruse or persuade him to come up with me.
Are you quite sure, Mr. Beauvais, that you have not seen him?
Yes, I'm sure. Go on, Mrs. Elway, go home. We will take care of this, I promise.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Beauvais. You're so kind. The next time I'm at Cézanne, I'll bring you back a nice bottle of red wine. That's a promise. Goodbye, then.
Goodbye. Ah, a little bottle of red. Come on, next. Can I help you?
My name is Gus McPherson. I'm a private eye, private detective. I wanted to ask you if you'd be willing to answer a few questions and help me in my investigation on the Orphée murders.
A private dick. I see. Well, you'd better show me your license.
A license? I didn't know detectives needed a license. Where can I get one of those?
I will let it pass. This time. Private detective. You must be working for someone. Who hired you?
It's just that my client pays me very well to keep silent. She's very fond of her privacy.
It's going to be hard to help you in these conditions. What if you were a little joker? Huh? The Orphée case is not in your league.
Just a helping hand so I can launch my investigation in the right direction. That way we will not get our lines crossed. I don't want to impede your work in any way.
Forget it. It is baking in here, isn't it? You would not happen to have anything to drink, would you? Just one for the road. Full of promises and empty-handed, huh?
I do happen to have a little something for you. An amazing bottle of red wine. You cannot say no to that, officer. Don't you feel a little thirsty?
Great! The private eye returns.
Am I right in thinking Inspector Lebrun is in charge of the investigation on the White case? Would it be possible to meet with him? That way we can compare our information.
He is not seeing anybody. Just make a statement.
When I read the file, I noticed the name of a certain doctor, Frank Kaufner. What can you tell me about him?
Dr. Kaufner is our expert. Forensic scientist and, above all, psychiatrist. The sort of guy who prefers the company of madmen and corpses to the likes of you and me.
I can understand your uneasiness. I don't like these psychiatrists or any other so-called specialists in human nature. I've had run-ins with them in the past. They think they have the answer to everything.
All these newfangled methods. The Bertillon system, photographs, records, fingerprints, and now psychological profiles. It beats me, all that.
I've read the police report, but I'm sure you can tell me a little more. What are your impressions on the White case?
This case is pretty messy. A foul murder, unclear motive. If Inspector Lebrun needs a hand, he will ask me. For the time being, he is managing on his own like a big boy. That is all I know.
If Inspector Lebrun is not available right away, maybe I could see him later.
I already told you Inspector Lebrun does not want to be disturbed. But I can pass on a message.
I would like to speak to your boss before I tell you what I know. He's your ranking officer. It's a simple matter of courtesy.
Lebrun will not see you. Unless you have a picture. One of the White's mysterious visitors the night before the murder.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye. Great! The private eye returns.
Of course, if Inspector Lebrun is surrounded by guardian angels like you, he can't be making much headway with his investigations.
If he's not making headway in his investigation, it's his own fault. Lebrun is bending over backwards trying to find the mysterious visitor the Whites had that evening, just before the murder. He's not even cross-checking the statements.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Dr. Kaufner's office, please.
It's over there, right at the end of the hall. Make sure you don't get lost.
Come in.
Dr. Frank Kaufner?
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm Gustav McPherson. I've come here to ask you a few questions about the White case.
Tell me what you want to hear. So, you are investigating the incident at the Hotel Orphée?
Yes, Doctor. Your professional opinion on the murders.
Did Inspector Lebrun send you, Mr. Macpherson?
I'm a private eye.
A private detective? Then someone is showing an interest in the White's murder.
A friend of the family was worried, and I'm trying to clarify the situation.
A friend? Are you quite sure? The Whites had no friends in Paris. At least, not as far as I know.
Appearances can sometimes be deceptive, Dr. Kaufner. That's why I would like to clarify this situation by gathering as much information as possible.
I am at your disposal, Mr. Macpherson. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about the scene of the crime? The police have released very few details.
The man who committed this murder, and I stress the fact that he is a man, is probably quite overwhelmed at the present time. This crime was committed under the influence of a sudden impulse, without premeditation. His act is now haunting him. He is not himself.
And you think the motive for the murder was theft?
That is what the police say. But does the official version reflect Inspector Lebrun's true opinion? This murder could be the first in a long series of crimes.
What could be the motive of such a crime?
Love, hate, revenge. Those are the three reasons behind so much human bloodshed, Mr. Macpherson.
It's awful.
You are discovering the dark side of Paris, Mr. Macpherson. And do you have a suspect, Mr. Macpherson?
I'm on the same trail as the police, only I am surer of my hunch.
It has been a most pleasant conversation, but unfortunately, I cannot afford you more time, Mr. Macpherson. I hope I have satisfied your curiosity.
Sir?
The police have a suspect. I saw the inspector's report. What do you know about the man who spent the entire evening by the window?
That is certainly true. He was here on the night of the murder.
Until what time did the man stay?
Now let's see if I can remember. He arrived at around 8 p.m., took a seat by the window, and dashed off just before the storm broke, at around 11 p.m.
Did you see what direction he went when he left?
I don't know. You cannot see outside from in here. You'd better check at the Orphée. Petit, the receptionist, will probably know. He was on duty that night.
And he stayed there alone for the whole evening.
Now let me think. I saw him chatting for a while with Mallet.
Who is this Mallet?
Théo Mallet. Works at the Orphée. He's a lout.
you know where I might find this Mallet?
Mallet hangs out at the Alambic, a bistro in the 14th district. That is where he gambles away his wages.
Why is he a lowlife?
He likes to bet, and when you do, you have to pay your gambling debts. It's a vicious circle. Mallet is a bona fide con man.
Did you notice whether Mallet gave any money to this man?
No. It's the man who gave the money to Mallet. I remember, it was cash.
Did you see this man with the whites?
I have never seen the whites, under any circumstances. There's no way I would have noticed them with that man.
The whites never came to the cafe.
I would know for sure. A pair of Americans outside the tourist season are pretty conspicuous. But if you want to be sure, check at the Orphé's reception desk. Maybe they would know.
So these two men may have no connection to the whites' murder.
Sorry, but this is your investigation, not mine. I can only tell you the facts, nothing more.
Could you give me a description of this mysterious character?
You could draw him? That's really neat. I'll give you a description right now. He was tall, very tall, heavy, black mustache, square-faced, and dreadful eyes. Threatening even. A tough guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you. Ah, it is you again.
Thanks to you, I've been able to draw up a portrait of a potential suspect. It's not perfect, but I think that with this we are onto something. Now all we have to do is show it to the police.
That crafty devil with the mustache. Then he is the culprit.
Just 1 minute, Mr. Petit. I never said this man was guilty. I don't even know his name.
With those killer's eyes, there can be no mistake. Good. Well, if it's all right with you, I have a lot of work to do. Goodbye, sir.
And me who found the studio tiny. Hoping that his break did not...
Here we go again.
And make sure you do not drop it, young man.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Petit.
Oh.
This is really heavy. Talk about starting a new job on the wrong foot.
Ow! Ow!
Just one more step.
Oh!
And there we go. Whew.
It's a good thing I didn't have the Atlantic to cross.
You, the detective. You want to know? Come on in, and you shall. Welcome to my home, Inquisitor.
Who told you I was a detective, madame?
I am a seer. I simply see things others do not.
A clairvoyant? Really? What luck. So am I.
I can feel the suffering radiating from you.
Have you been the victim of visions, madam? Rather like me? Visions of murder? The White's murder.
Young man, your instinct spoke to you. You are an artist, are you not?
Artist, private detective, American, and a lot more besides. At your service, madam.
Do not deny the artist in you, young man. It is your instinct, your sixth sense. It is the key to your survival against an insurmountable force that you cannot even imagine the existence of. I shall be there to help you find the right path.
I will remember what you said. Who knows? One day I may even need your clairvoyance.
Well, should you have need of guidance, do not hesitate. Come back and see me. You are the detective, are you not?
Did you come into contact with the Whites? While they were alive, of course. If you saw them after that, it's your business.
I was only their next-door neighbor.
Can we talk about the night of the murder without using your clairvoyance?
I did speak to the police, young man, but they did not believe me.
What did you tell the police, madam?
Everything I told the police came to pass. Have you read the report? What did they say about it? That I am mad, is that it?
The man you saw the night of the murder, was he real or was it another vision?
He was there. perched on the edge of the staircase, like a beast from mythology, ready to pounce on me. When he saw me, he fled. I can still see him foaming at the mouth, his ears as large as wings. His hide was harsh and thick. His eyes were wild, burned by the fires of hell.
This man does indeed sound terrible. And you made him run away. It's astonishing, is it not? Had you never seen him with the whites before?
The whites never had any visitors.
Oddballs, were they not?
That is one way of putting it, yes. Come back later. I need to rest. Come back later. I need to rest.
Of course the door is locked. The front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in. Of course the door is locked. The front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in. Of course the door is locked. The front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in. It's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked. It's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked. That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door's locked.
Ah, it is you again.
How is Mrs. Loiseau involved in this case? I really don't understand. Is she a witness? Is she a suspect? Can she be trusted?
Madame Loiseau may be a little eccentric, but she is our best client. She has been living in the Hotel Orphée for many years now.
Mrs. Loiseau would not be a bit, how shall I put it, nutty? Not many people would dare claim that they can sense evil. In any case, I certainly would not.
Nonsense and superstition. Any evil presence here is definitely human. People can be gruesome. Good. Well, if it's all right with you, I have a lot of work to do. Goodbye, sir.
Sir?
Do you recognize this man?
No, it's definitely not him. Looks nothing like him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir, aren't you on a case?
Hey, cutie. We've not seen you in ages.
Berenice, what a surprise. Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you know a certain Théo Mallet?
No. But surely the owner does. You're lucky he's in right now. Your owner knows everyone, you know.
You're as charming as ever. Thank you, Berenice.
Call me Bébé like everybody else. Right, I've got to run too, cutie. You know, work. See you soon, okay?
Yes, anyway, you know my address. Come up and see me sometime. Ciao.
Ciao!
Come on, let's see that hot hand of yours.
Queen and her 3 sisters.
Oh no, are you doing it on purpose or what? 3 of a kind. You beat my 3 aces. Right, I've had it. I'm off.
Hulot, you're not going now, are you? Not when I was about to relieve you of your car?
Don't start, Mallet. Do not think that you can get away with things just because you have settled your bar tab. Why, it is Macpherson. Hey, Macpherson, come over here.
Macpherson? Who is that?
Another American in Paris, who is broke. Let me introduce you. Macpherson, let me introduce Théo Mallet.
Hi.
Right, I will leave you two. I have work to do.
Hi.
I get the feeling I've seen you before somewhere. Have you ever been to New York? I'm so absent-minded sometimes. The jacket. The Orphée. You're a doorman at the Orphée.
If you are interested in the suit, I will give you a good deal. As far as I'm concerned, it is ancient history.
I bet you know all the hotel's comings and goings. Its little secrets, its clientele.
You are looking for an informer who can fill you in on what is going on at the Orphée, right?
A few days ago, something happened at the Orphée. Something truly awful. As you probably know, an American couple was found dead there. Murdered. I'm reliably informed you were on duty that night. You even had a drink in the cafe next door, the Nantes, with someone suspicious. Maybe even the murderer himself. Does that mean anything to you?
Find someone else. Frankly, I have nothing to say.
You deny having met any man with a mustache at the Nantes Cafe on the night of the murder. Yet you were seen there.
Did I hear right? You are calling me a liar? Well, the liar bids you farewell. Good day to you, sir. Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah. Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah. Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah. Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do Do you recognize this man? That's all very well, but how am I going to find that man now? He'll never come back to the Alembic.
I knew the Yanks were strange, but to talk to yourself out loud, and in French to boot?
Some are stranger than others.
See you soon.